Welcome to class, everyone. My name is Laura. This is Matilda over here in the corner. She tends to scooch her blanket closer and closer and sometimes get on the mat. Hopefully she'll stay on her blanket. So if it's comfortable for you to find a seat, I'm sitting on a folded blanket. You're welcome to sit in a chair, on a balance ball, a cushion. And if sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, please don't feel like you need to sit that way. It might be more comfortable with props underneath the knees. These are yoga blocks, but you could roll up towels. We'll just take a few moments to arrive. Rest the eyes, perhaps give the body a gentle wobble, making any little shifts. And notice where your hands may instinctively want to rest. It might be palm down. That can be a more rooting, grounding position. And we might try it out, but we might also try out palm up. And just let yourself rest with the hand orientation that feels instinctive in this moment. Take a full inhale. Let it go. Feel free to let it go with sound. We may spin the palms up if they are down so that we are free to bring movement into the fingers and perhaps the toes. Enjoy coming along for the ride. So the toes might be wiggling, fingers may be wiggling. And let's float the hands up and just take a moment to circle the wrists. We might have wrist music. We shouldn't have pain. If you have pain, you can certainly do less. Go the other way, circle second direction. We might be adding in some finger flourish with a rotation. And then think about maybe clearing the steam off of a bathroom mirror. So we're bringing movement just into one elbow. Start to go the other way, and then perhaps we're even drawing a figure eight with that elbow, mobilizing the elbow, bringing some movement up into the shoulder. Let that palm land, perhaps face up. Second hand, circling, clearing the steam, the fog. Go the other way. And perhaps you try out that figure eight, maybe an infinity symbol, a tipped figure eight, maybe adding in wrist and finger movement, and then landing, spinning palm face up, get a little taller. Let the eyes rest. Let the body sigh. And give the head a little sway or a nod. So maybe you're drawing a smiley face in the air with your chin. Just go slow, feeling through it. Maybe it's a Mona Lisa smile. Mine's a little large, maybe more like a clown smile right now. But you're doing what feels right for your body. Let the chin release towards the chest, checking in with the back of the neck. Consider rubbing the palms together. And we may take the fingers to the back of the neck. And you could kind of be like a lobster or a crab claw with your fingers, self-massaging the neck, little gentle pinches, moving up towards the base of the skull and back down. But that's just one technique. You might prefer to draw circles. We may compress, draw circles, and raise the head. We might step the fingers a little side to side, and then come to those upper shoulders. Maybe there's a little more going on one side than the other. And then release that, let that go. Let the body breathe. Just noticing how the breath is feeling in the body. Perhaps we're noticing the internal self-massage. The inhale, the exhale. And I'm going to mirror. Let's bring the right hand somewhere on the abdomen. Maybe just give a little tap and then expand that right arm out to the right. Turn the nose tip to the right. Movement in fingers. We may nod the head. How's that wrist, that forearm feeling? Maybe we're exploring, drawing circles with the chin tip. And gathering back in. Resting, right palm down. And we might audibly sigh. Sending that second arm out to the side, looking in that direction. It's really more turning the head. You don't have to look at anything specific. The head may nod, the fingers may move. We're definitely breathing. And take your time, gathering, moving back in. As we sit with the breath, slide both hands forward. Feel the shoulders move a little forward, a little up, back, down, and around. Let's repeat, circling. And then go the other way, circle shoulders in second direction. Let's spin both palms to face forward. Invite the arms high, the gaze may move high. Very gently turning, twisting over to the right side. We may find a nod of the head. We may tuck the chin. We might hold the head still. Feel the ribs expand and soften. Let's inhale through the middle, and as we exhale, rotating, turning, second side. Perhaps the head is nodding. And let's inhale, bring it back to the middle, thumbs to forehead, thumbs to heart. So you might want a couple props in front of you, maybe a really tall prop, your balance ball, you could stack your forearms on it. Maybe it's just a couple of blocks. And we might just rock or wobble forward a little bit, maybe a little sway side to side. Checking in with each side of the low back, the hips. We can come up higher. We might find a landing point. We may find center. Sighing as needed, let the eyes rest, perhaps using the sides of your thumb to squeegee tension out of the brows. So let's rise, heart way up, give a little wobble and walk your hands to one side. So you've either gone over the left knee or the right knee. And we may tip back in, we may lean in on the diagonal. And we'll start to rise back up, walk to the middle and bring it over to that second side. You can be higher. What feels right on this side, what's available on this side. And we'll gradually roll back up. I just notice which ankle maybe is underneath or on top. Slide the legs out, give a little wiggle through the legs. How are the hamstrings feeling in this position? We may draw the toes back, point the toes forward, go back and forth, circle the ankles, go the other way. And then swap up the cross of your leg, or legs plural. Take a moment, wobble in. Make little shifts. This might be your second favorite side for a reason. Take your time, maybe a little nod of the head, and let's find those left fingers, left hand side. Slide that arm forward, and like your fingerprints are in something sticky, we're drawing the hands up. There's a little bit of weight, pulling the fingers down. We might just go up and down for a moment, see what feels right for you. And if your shoulder agrees, we may go all the way up, rotating over towards the left, maybe a little nod left. And start to move back towards the middle, rotating the palm to face in. So we may just go a little back and forth, rotating through the torso, but also the wrist. So we may bring ourselves towards that right side, letting that hand come down. Listen to your shoulder, what feels right. Maybe we're touching the ground, maybe not. We may take that arm back up. Perhaps we're coming all the way around to the knee. You don't have to stay there. Please feel free to back it off. But we may be holding the knee, taking right hand onto the belly and rotating again around to the right. We may bring that right hand to the upper left shoulder, chest, and expand the arm open. Now, if you're not so close to a wall, maybe you're making this a little more dynamic, opening and closing the arm. Maybe you're just expanding and holding. I'm going to actually use the walls. Maybe you walk your fingers up the wall a little bit if you're close enough. Let's release, make our way back to center. Do a kayak paddle with the shoulders. One shoulder, then the other, and let's reverse direction, go the other way. And let's land, eyes at rest. Feeling breath and body. Like a gentle, refreshing breeze. And we'll spin palms down if they're up, sliding that second hand, which may be the right hand forward. And the fingers are in something sticky and we're drawing up and we're pulled back down, just going back and forth, listening to the wrists, the shoulder. Maybe we're coming all the way up and finding a little rotation towards the right. Keep breath. We may nod the head. We may nod fingers. How's that right side body feeling? There's no hurry. And we'll start to rotate, turn the palm in, rotate towards midline. We'll open it back up. You can always do less. So as we find center-ish heading towards the left, we may go up and down, kind of experimenting with maybe where we're going to land that right hand. It could be on a prop. But perhaps we rise up, rotate a little more, and land the hand on that opposite knee. We may take left hand to the belly and just slide into that twist. We may take that left hand to the front of the right shoulder and expand the arm open. Now, perhaps we're holding, but maybe we're going back and forth, flourishing through the wrist. We might expand. We might climb the fingers up a real or an imaginary wall. Check in with neck. And let's bring it all the way back to center, resting. The body may sigh. If you're feeling called to circle the shoulders, please do. We may just be resting, observing the internal sensations, the echoes of the movement. Take your time. Let's expand both arms wide. Movement in fingers, thumbs up, thumbs back, palms up, movement in fingers. Invite the arms all the way up. We may look up, thumbs to forehead, thumbs to heart. We'll think about tipping forward again, leaning forward. So maybe we're finding our props. And we may just explore it a little bit, shifting side to side. We might come up a little higher or go down a little lower. We may take our props over to the right and find that forward lean, supporting the brow. Breathing into belly. We may rise up, find the middle, and let's do a forward bend in the middle this time. Give a little rock side to side. And rising up, bringing our props over that second knee. So maybe it's the left knee, tipping back in. And take your time, rise all the way back up. Find the middle, let's rock on back. And again, extend the legs, give a little wiggle through those knees. And if you've acquired a lot of props on your mat, just slide them out of the way. If you like extra cushion under your back, feel free to unfurl a blanket. But we may roll down onto back body, hug the knees into the chest, find a little rock side to side, maybe drawing circles, dust off the feet, reach the legs up, flex and point the feet overhead. Widen the legs so that you have lots of room to circle the ankles. Circle, second direction. Flex the feet, press up through both feet. Press up through both heels, fan the toes wide. Press the little toe sides of the feet up towards the ceiling a bit, and then bend the knees and release. Land the feet on the ground. Seesaw the feet a little back and forth. Let's bring the hands by the hips and invite the arms overhead, reaching up through the arms, mobilizing fingers. Grab hold of the left wrist. Step the right foot in, reach that left leg long. Take a moment and just notice how that left hip feels, We're going a little further, start to lengthen the arms. You're holding on to that left wrist. We may lift the shoulders and we may tip lean over towards the right. The shoulders, the head, the nose tip. We may heel toe drop that right knee out to the right. Let's bend the elbows, find our way back to the middle, roll the right knee back up to the ceiling, step left foot in, swap the grip so you have second wrist, reach that right leg long. Give yourself a moment, check in with the front of the hip, the thigh, the side body. We may reach the arms straight up overhead. We're breathing, you do not have to go anywhere else. We may lift the head and shoulders over to the left, let the nose tip roll to the left. We may drop the left knee out to the left. We bend the elbows. Let's find our way back to the middle roll. Left knee up, slide right leg in. Press into the feet, lift the hips, lengthen the hips away from the shoulders, roll that low back down. Step your right foot forward, rock the left thigh into the chest. We may wrap the hands around the thigh, finding a little rock, a little wobble side to side. We may bring the hands behind the left thigh and press that left leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe we want to go back and forth, extend and rebend. Maybe we want to reach out, and if we have a strap or a very long towel, like a beach towel nearby, we might put that around the foot to help us hold on to the foot. We might land with that heel straight up in the air and draw a little tiny smiley face with your heel in the air. So we're turning the heel in and out. You can slow it down. We might start to slide that right leg long. Give yourself a few moments. How's the back of that leg feeling? And then step the right foot in, step the left foot back down to the ground. Breathing, rocking right thigh into the chest. We may find a grip around the shin and give a little wobble, a little shake. You don't have to go anywhere else. We might reach that leg up in the air. We might bend and extend, pressing up through the heel as we do. We might find the strap around the foot, take that leg up in the air, and we might turn the heel a little out and a little in, like you're drawing a little tiny smiley face with your heel in the air. Drawing down on the little toe side of the foot, we may find stillness. We might start to extend that left leg long. So let's keep the right foot in the strap. Step the left foot up into the strap, slide the feet wider apart. And perhaps we draw a figure 8 with the hips. We might take a moment and just hold, trying to keep the hips, the tailbone connected to the ground. So if they're not, you could always fold a blanket or a mat, use it as a wedge under your hips. Let's slide the feet in, step each foot back down on the ground. Raise the right arm, sway the hips over to the left, and let's roll. Pause for a moment on right side. Take your time, slowly, slowly coming up towards our seat, and maybe we're going to grab some knee padding and find our way to hands and knees. So let's take a moment and reach that right heel back, pitching back through the heel, let the chin move into the chest. Now the left shin could completely stay on the ground, on the padding. Maybe it's fun to hover it. We might just keep left toes grounded. Let that left shin come down, right knee. Pitch back through left heel, second heel, chin towards chest. Now you might be doing the exact same thing on the other side, but maybe this side requires something a little different. Maybe you are not hovering the shin, but maybe you are. Maybe that shin rises and we might even find a little wobble. And then perhaps we step. You can sit back to child's pose if it's comfortable for you. We might lift the hips and pedal walk into a down face dog, getting into the backs of the legs. We may shift our weight a little side to side. So shifting weight into right hand, right foot to get light on the left hand, left heel. And gradually navigating the hands back towards the toes. So you may find yourself towards the back end of the mat. Hands could be on the ground or props. You're welcome to bend the knees. Let the head be heavy. We may be nodding the head, stretching bottom jaw away from top jaw. We may tip the hips to one side, fan the toes, and sway, lean the hips to the second side. Take your time to rise part way up. You can have hands on blocks. We might rock a little forward, a little back, piking the hips back, fan the toes, the heels may elevate. And perhaps landing the soles of the feet to the ground, we start to walk the hands, lock hands over to the right. And we might put bend in the right knee so that we can roll that left hip back. And let's bring it back to the middle. Taking the hands, the blocks, over to the second side, left knee bending. Right hip rolling back. Let's bring it back to the middle and we may roll down, perhaps even a little bit deeper. We may put bend in the knees, forearms on the thighs, inviting the hips to sink. We may sink a little lower and gradually rising up. Thumbs to forehead, thumbs to heart. You want to just take a little step, shift out anything that needs it. If your fingers and wrists agree, we might be weaving fingers together, pressing the hands down into a scoop and letting the arms rise. So if the wrists just say no thanks to that, try it without weaving the fingers together. You might just bring the hands separated overhead. So as we reach up, consider pressing up through the heel of your right hand, but lifting the left heel. So left heel rises, the heel of the right hand presses up higher than the left. I know it's a lot of left, right? The chin drops to the left side. Drop the heel, we're trading sides. So the left heel reaches up, the right heel rises. Chin may drop to the right. And we might just take a moment and play with that. Maybe you prefer a little shift side to side, just press up through the heel of one hand and then the other to really connect with that sensation. Let the arms release down by the sides, hands on the hips. The shoulders tend to come forward, the head tends to come forward. I'm exaggerating it. Roll the shoulders back. We may keep hands on hips, nose tip forward. We might negotiate the hands further around the back. We might spin the fingertips to point down like we have back pockets that we're shoving our hands into. Shoulder blades may feel like they're moving closer together. Chest is rising. So we're creating a little bit of length. The hands, the low back are helping keep a little bit of length in the low back. And gradually rise up. Let's spin palms forward. Invite the arms high, perhaps the gaze. And as we exhale, tipping in, finding a forward fold. You might want to put your knee padding on that long left edge of the mat. You may want hands on blocks. Right foot forward, left leg reaching back. So let's find a little shift forward, little shift back. So this might be a little different than hands and knees, maybe a lot different, more about the front of the thigh, the inner thigh. And if you're good here, stay here. You could even lift your hips up higher. But maybe it feels pretty good to drop the back knee towards the floor. We might find a little tiny movement side to side. Breathing, take your time. There is absolutely no hurry. We're going to move towards a longer hold. Really, we'll just take our time to get there. Let the hips slide back. So we might have to reposition that back knee so that it's comfortable. And we might scooch that front foot forward. We may rock back on the heel. Back toes tucked or pointed. Your body may have a preference. We might tip in, anchoring that right heel, rolling that right hip back. Let's slide the foot back in, take a moment to tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, wiggle, wiggle the foot back. Left hand may land on the ground. We might just place the right hand on the right thigh, roll the shoulder back. If it feels great to raise the arm, reach the arm up in the air. Let's cycle that top hand overhead. You have the option at any point to put the knees down. You have the option to come to forearms instead of being on the hands. You might step back. The hips might be higher. We might be shifting towards a plank, a little shift forward, a little shift back. We may drop the knees. Take your time to move down to the belly. Let's place the forearms rising up, finding some length. Shifting, perhaps leaning a little to the right. Breathing, maybe we're adding on a little tension, a little stretch by raising the left leg and swaying or circling that left leg. Releasing. Let's find a little sway through the middle. And when you're ready, leaning more left, chin left. We may be bending right knee. And maybe we're circling or swaying right leg. And we'll find our way back to the middle. Give a little wobble. Little wobbles. And then let's come all the way down. So you could choose to crisscross your forearms. I'm a little muffled doing that. But you might have nose tip face down. You might turn your head to one side. I'm going to go for that variation. So do what feels right for you. And let both knees bend. And we may sway the legs a little side to side. We may circle the legs. Be careful of your props. Landing the legs. Engage the thighs. Soften. Plant the hands. Lift the sternum. We're rising up. Find a little length. You can have as much bend in those elbows as you prefer. Roll on back to a child's pose. Hips towards heels. We may creep our fingers closer together or even further forward. We may stack one hand on top of the other. And then we may slide the other hand on top. Now, if you're stacking the hands, you are welcome to do this with your hands unstacked. But you might have the hands stacked, come up to hands and knees and draw a circle. It can be a more conservative circle. Try the other direction. If the hands are stacked, feel free to reverse it again. Give it a whirl. Well, in that circle. Widen the hands. Let's tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Pedal the feet. And this time, pedal, slow, exaggerated walk. Bring the feet up towards the hands. And maybe we need to step a little further forward to use the full length of the mat. Find that lean or sway of the hips side to side. The invitation is to flutter the lips, essentially a raspberry. Letting go. Letting go of tension in the face. Please feel free to reach out, find your blocks if they're not under your hands. Let the chest rise. Now, maybe you do want to take a moment and find that knee padding and make sure it's on the long right edge of your mat. So from the chest rise, we might find that rock folding back through the feet. We know the right leg's going back, your second side this time, whenever you're ready. Reach that right leg back. And just play with it. Little shifts forward and back. Hello toes, hello right thigh. Hey, maybe it's all about the left glute, the front leg glute. Maybe we're dropping that back knee down. And then we might find those little sways, side to side. Absolutely no hurry. Take your time. You can back it out. We might be shifting the hips back. Maybe we're pointing the back toes. We might walk the hands back, inchworm, scooch that left foot forward, make adjustments as needed. Maybe we spin our props up higher to be much higher up. We may rock back on the heel. We might decide to drop our props and tip in, leaning forward. It starts to get too intense. Remember, you can back it off. You could lift the knee a little, you could lift the hips a little higher. If it got really easy, we're feeling much stretch, maybe we send that left hip back a little more. Think about sliding left heel back and lunging back into front knee. We might be placing right hand on the ground. Back knee could stay down, but we might lift it up. We may place left hand on left knee, just turn, look left. But maybe the left arm rises. We might move into full twist. We may be cycling that top hand overhead, landing the hand. You're always welcome to drop back to child's pose. So we might step back to a dog first and then slide forward towards a plank, drop the knees, and gently come down to the belly. We may bend the knees, lift each knee, each thigh, lengthen them backwards. Land the shins, land the tops of the feet. We'll rise up to Sphinx. So we may look to the right. We may bend that right knee out to the right. Now, maybe your floors, tile are really hard. You are welcome. You just have a sensitive knee. You are welcome to slide some cushion, some padding under the knee or even under the ankle, that inside edge of the foot. And we may just hold here. We might look at where our ankle is in relation to the knee. So if it's more like tree pose, is it available to bring that ankle more underneath the knee, more like the lunge position? And perhaps we even draw the toes up towards the knee, more like the lunge position when your foot is planted on the floor. So listen to your hips too. Maybe the hips need the long edge of the mat, fold it in. We might be thinking about lifting a little toe side of the foot up. It doesn't have to be super high, and it doesn't have to be a long hold. If it's giving you a butt cramp, do less. So we might just lift and lower, lift and lower. We might slide that leg back, come back through the middle, find that length. And we'll think about turning the chin to the left and bending that other knee. Sometimes if we go too high, too fast, that too can cause a hip or a butt cramp. Where's the ankle in relation to the knee? We know where we're going now, so we're probably moving there a little quicker on the side. Maybe we're even walking the elbows a bit more left. We may lift the little toe side of the foot and release. And try it a few more times. Listen to your knee, listen to your hip, both hip bones. They might be on a very hard floor that can feel bruisey. Breathing. And eventually sliding the leg back. Let's come all the way down. Option to cushion the brow or turn the nose to the second side. And we may give the hips a little rock. We may plant the hands, lift the sternum. We may drop the brow, reach the arms back, lift the chest, lift the arms. We might release, leave the fingers together, just a possibility. If your strap's super easy to get, if it's not, don't worry about it. You can always hold a strap. We may lift, and perhaps we lean to one side. We'll do both, doesn't matter which side you went to first. One shoulder's higher than the other. Come back to the middle. Take it to the other side. We'll come back to the middle, releasing down, take a rest. Slide the hands forward, pressing hips back towards heels, child's pose. We may slide the hips a little further back. We may creep the fingers a little further forward, starting to lift the hips, tuck the toes. Probably tuck the toes before you lift the hips. And let's take a walk with the feet. Walk the feet up to that top short edge of the mat. Maybe find your blocks. And we may spin the blocks up to their highest setting so that we can come halfway up. Heels may rise, rock on back, maybe all the way back on the heels, toes, ball mounts of the feet. The arches may rise. Just playing with that weight shift, back and forth. Put a little bend in the knees. If you're feeling lightheaded, I'll take it slow. Hands up onto the thighs, hips sink low, take your time. When you're ready, rising all the way to stand, thumbs to brow, thumbs to heart. Let's step out, wide stance on the mat. So we might find a little heel toe, shift the feet wide. I'm going to mirror. So find your right toes, turn them towards a short edge of the mat, fan the toes, open the toes, bend into that front knee, and re-extend, fanning the toes. Let's rebend the knee. You're welcome to repeat that a little longer, but we might tip down. Find your side angle. You could find a block. You could even stack your blocks up and extend that front leg. Take a few moments to arrive. Do you want to make some adjustments? Maybe more bend, less. We might be reaching top arm, maybe left arm up in the air. And let's release that top hand down as we bend back into that front knee. We'll just reverse. We'll slowly rise on up, extend the leg, pivot, toes in. Second foot faces a short edge of the mat, and we may just bend the knee, fan the toes, and extend, toes fan. Bending, take your time. Starting to tip forward. Maybe you're using a chair seat to lean your hand or forearm on. Maybe we're moving our blocks back and extending that leg. We might go back and forth until we feel ready to hold. If we feel ready to hold today, we might take that top arm up in the air. Releasing that top hand. Let's bend back into that front knee, reversing it. Pivot, toes in, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, feet in. And let's just have props at one end of the mat. Most of us probably do. So we'll have props at one end. It could be a chair seat. Make sure you've got some clearance, full legs distance behind yourself. So let's tip in, fold forward. You're in a standing forward bend. We have right foot forward, I'm mirroring, left foot steps back. Maybe we walk our block hands, if we're using blocks, a little further forward and press off. So we're just playing with lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering that back leg. Now maybe you feel pretty comfortable hovering that leg at a certain point. Press out through that leg like you're standing, chest, hips, square to the ground. Bend the knee, release the foot, second side. So navigate that second foot back. And maybe we're not even picking that back foot up, but perhaps we are. We may lift, we may lower, we may hold, we may press out through that back foot and try to spin the hips or square to ground. And then bend the knee and release, shift it out. Put a little bend in the knee. And we'll rise up to stand. I want to give options since I can't see everyone's shoulders and reach. You don't have to, not everyone has to use a strap with this. It's pretty nice to use a strap. It actually feels a little different than just using your hand. If you're using a strap, you might want to make a loop. Using your yoga strap if you've got one, like a belt loop. And it's kind of a small loop, the only thing going in it is your foot. So if it's challenging to reach the foot, we're stepping a foot back, and we might put the foot in the loop and the strap. You also, if you've got long pants on, might grab your pants. Some of us might be grabbing our foot in the loop of the strap. Now let the hand slide up the tail of the strap. Be careful of the strap's sharp edge. Usually has a plastic or metal edge. Point your elbow down, try to point your elbow forward. Then we may point the elbow up. You can certainly keep the other hand on a wall or take both hands to the strap. Really watch that metal edge. Make sure you're not going to hit yourself in the face with it. Says someone who's done it before. So we might be reaching the arms up. Now I will say, for me anyway, using the strap is a lot more about the shoulders and the upper body than the leg, the up leg. If you're holding with your hand and hugging that heel in, you might be getting a great stretch in the front of the thigh. You might have all of that going on. So we'll slide the foot down, whichever version you're doing. And we'll head for the other side. So maybe we're capturing the foot in the loop. Elbow down, elbow forward. Again, watch out for your strap tail. Maybe both hands find the tail, but maybe you're keeping one hand on the wall to help with balance. And letting that foot slide down. So we'll step out. And again, I want to give options, but maybe we're going to do the easier option second this time since we're already standing. So we may find a little rock forward, a little rock back on the feet. We may circle the arms up in the air. And as we exhale, tipping and finding our forward fold. So let's take that right foot back. Navigate, navigate, right foot back. And extend that front leg closer to straight. Bending back into front knee, you might move hands or block hands further forward. Bend the knee, reach that leg straight back and start to roll your hip up towards the ceiling. We may lift the little toe side of the foot high, and we may bend the knee, like you're hugging your heel back towards your butt cheek, and then rebend, land the foot. So second side, I'm going to spin around so you can see what that leg's doing. We're reaching that second leg back. The other leg, that's your standing leg. It's staying forward. And maybe we're just going back to lifting, lowering. Maybe we're landing the foot and extending the leg. Take your time. You can stay here. You don't have to go anywhere else. We can just appreciate the inner thigh stretch, the back of the thigh, all of that. But maybe we're bending that front knee and moving our hands or block hands further forward and pushing off. And maybe again, we choose to lift and lower. We might raise the leg and then roll the outer leg, like the tuxedo stripes on pants. We're taking that part up towards the ceiling. And then we may bend the knee and hug the heel in towards the glute. Now we may bend that knee, draw it into the chest, release the foot. And you are welcome to heel toe the feet wide and have a block nearby. We may peel the heels up and find a little mosey, that mosey motion down into our squat position. Perhaps tipping towards the little toe side of one foot, the little toe side of the other foot. And we may take a moment and just sit on a block so that we can bring ourselves down to a seat. And again, always, always options. So you know your knees best. You're welcome to come onto your back. So this is going to be a little longer hold. You come onto your back and perhaps a figure four. We might slide left knee forward. And turn that right knee out to the side. How does that feel for your inner knee? Your inner ankle? Maybe we're putting the cushioning back. We might tip in inside that left leg. We might even decide, hey, it feels pretty good to extend that right leg, tuck the toes, ratchet that right leg towards midline. And we may drop the props a little lower. We want this to be sustainable. And once you've found your spot, let the eyes rest. Perhaps we're backing off, rocking back to the left a little more. Maybe the stretch sensation is waning and we rock a little more to the right. You are welcome to stay longer. We may be leaning more to the left. We may be bending that right leg. Take your time. There is no hurry. We may be sitting up and finding a cross-legged seat. Maybe a little rock forward, shifting back, sitting with the breath. We'll think about moving into that second side. So we have that right knee moving forward, and we may choose to keep that left knee bending out to the side. We might want cushion under the knee, under the ankle. Perhaps we fold forward, lean forward. This might be the right variation for now. Perhaps we're tucking the toes and wiggling that left leg long, ratcheting the knee towards midline. We may lean a little right towards midline, a little left until we find the perfect spot. Breathing into belly. Back toes could be tucked or pointed. We may be resting the eyes. Backing off if you like, leaning a little more right, or maybe shifting a bit more to the left. Breathing into the belly. You're coming out of it. Consider tipping, leaning more to the right. We may stack the hands and bend that left knee. We may rise up, carrying that left leg forward, hands free or not, finding a cross-legged seat. Perhaps a little lean forward, a little rock back. We may stack our props, and you might want to stack them pretty high. We may reach for opposite wrists or forearms behind the back. We might flex the backs of the hands to the side ribs. Lift the sternum, lift the heart. We might just hold elbows. We may lean forward and support the brow on a prop. So that's why you want the prop pretty high. You might have to adjust the location of the prop. You might have to place the prop and then bring the arms back into it. Taking your time to rise up, releasing the arms, letting eyes rest. Consider giving yourself a little bit of clearance, but maybe you want to keep props over to the right, long edge of your mat. Scooch onto back body. Rock the knees into the chest. Give yourself that little wobble side to side. Drop the feet a little left, sway the hips a little left, and then roll the knees over to the right. So perhaps we have knees, ankles on the floor. Maybe we have a wedge underneath them. Perhaps we pull the knees in, grab the feet, and extend the legs. We might scooch the right elbow more right. We may expand the left arm out to the left. You're welcome to keep bend in that elbow if you like. Taking your time to rebend the knees. Roll the knees to center. Press into the feet, bring the hips to center, rock the thighs back into the chest. Drop the feet, sway the hips more right. Rock the knees in, finding that twist on the second side. So maybe we have the wedge under the legs. We might scooch that left elbow more left. We may extend the legs and grab the toes. We might unfurl the right arm or keep bend in the right arm. What feels best for the neck? Chin to the right, to the middle, maybe over to the left. Release the toes if you have them. Let the knees find the middle. Press into the feet, level the hips. Step the feet wide, let the knees tip in. Let the body sigh and breathe. You are welcome to remain in this position. We may be sliding the legs long, perhaps finding a rock through the legs. Hands may be on the body. We may expand the arms off the body, palms face up. Tuck the shoulders underneath you. Following the rise of the belly towards the ceiling. The sinking of the belly with the exhales towards the ground. We may be deepening the breath. We may be bringing small movement back into toes. We may bend the elbows, returning movement to fingers, circling wrists. And perhaps press down through the heels and slide up, reach up through the arms, sliding one hip, then the other, side to side. And exhale, releasing. Let it go. Sliding the little toe side of one foot up, rolling the knee towards the ceiling. Slide the little toe side of the second foot up. Lift the toes, release the toes, lift the hips. Traction, lengthen the low back, let the hips land. Step the right foot to the left, lift the hips a little more left, rocking to rest on right side body. At your own pace, supporting yourself back to a seat. Maybe second favorite leg on top. Dust the hands, rubbing hands together. Cupping or hovering hands before closed eyes. Take a deep inhale and let it go. Rubbing hands together, placing them over the heart. Deep inhale. Releasing. Leaving a hand over the heart, placing a hand on the belly. Sealing our practice with vibrational sound. Deep inhale. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this practice. Let me know if anyone has questions.